Well, this time it's a $500 million XRP treasury that's being announced by Trident Digital Tech Holdings. And here was the announcement. So let's talk about this. Digital Perspective says this is what the Shane Ellis theory looks like in real time. And you may want to look up the Shane Ellis theory on whatever AI that you like. But that's a pretty interesting theory. And the corporates and institutions are sucking up the XRP liquidity right before our eyes. He says, lock in. Yeah, well, yeah, it's all exciting and all, but let's think about it. Do you think that's going to be the last XRP-based treasury you're going to hear about? No. There's going to be many more. There's already been a couple. There's going to be many more. And every time these things are announced, it's a stated goal, right? They say 500 million. Maybe they achieve that much, maybe not. Maybe it's a little less. But they're working on it. They're building toward that. And there's a reason for having these XRP treasuries or Bitcoin treasuries, right? Or Bitcoin reserves, I think what they're calling those. What are they calling this? Yeah, they're calling this a treasury. So a treasury is used strategically in many cases to affect the flows of something. Like, for instance, we have an oil reserve, right? We have a reserve of oil here in the United States, and that helps to affect the price of the US dollar, at least to a certain degree, not so much these days, but that's what they used to use. They release some of the reserve and it reduces the value of oil. They tighten up on the reserve and oil goes up. It's that kind of thing. But I think that's looking like the goal with these treasuries and these reserves that are going, that people are wanting to build nationally or within a corporate structure. And but every time any of these things are established, it means they're going to be buying up the digital assets, which means limited supply, and just inherently going to raise the value of these things. So it's a pretty good announcement. It's interesting. Let's move on to the next page. Here you go. The Crypto Basics says breaking the world's largest XRP reserves. Singapore-based Trident Digital plans to raise $500 million to establish the world's first large-scale corporate XRP reserve. The initiative will focus on the acquisition of XRP tokens as long-term strategic reserves, the deployment of the staking mechanisms to generate yield, and deep engagement within the Ripple ecosystem. Well, you might be asking yourself, well, who the heck is this Trident Digital and why does it matter, right? Now, admittedly, 500 million, it's a goal, like any of the other reserves. They have a goal and they're going to go in, and the goal is to buy these things. Some of these companies don't have the cash on hand. These people don't. But the reserve, the other two, the Weebus one and the one from Vivo, those two do have the cash on hand.